There we go. I think I got it. Oops. See if I can turn that a little bit there. Flame back up there. Oh man, hold on a minute. Let me throw that out of the way. Yeah, I guess it's working, guys. I don't know. Anybody got your text? I got your text before I even see you in here. So. What's that? Oh, I see what I did here. Yeah, give me a second. I ain't got my phone in here. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Sorry, my phone was crooked. I had it in there sideways. Now we're straight. And I do have the phone straight up down, that way I can read the comments there. Maybe everything's working. Oh, there's Daniel. I see you, buddy. Finally. See, it took that long for me to see your comment. A minute and 15 seconds in. So. I see somebody else comment. These walls have eyes. How you doing? How you doing? How's the weather here? It's really pretty day. I can see blue sky. It's probably about 60 degrees, I guess, something like that. Hold on, I'll tell you. 58 degrees. It's definitely not like January, that's for sure. But I think it's going to be changing here pretty soon. From my understanding, it's going to turn off a little colder. I'm still trying to read these comments there. I see them there. It's like they stay on the screen for a minute and then they go away. And they'll stay on there and then they go away. So I kind of have to keep touching the screen until a new comment pops up. Oh, that thing's getting hot. Getting warmer. No, I still don't have that phone in that thing well I want it, but it'll be all right. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but dadgum, it's a cooking back there. Get in there. All right, little piece didn't want to burn. It's trying to run out. Yeah, it is a pretty good little fire. I'm just burning, getting rid of a bunch of boxes. I still got a pile of boxes. You know, like after the holidays and that, you always get, seems like they put something this big in a box this big for something. But I've got a lot of boxes, a lot of coal. That's another great thing about having a wood stove. And I love fire. I love being around fire. That's extremely warm. Oh, Danny, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? Yeah, the fires are rolling. And like I said, I'm burning a bunch of cardboard. I've got 5 or 6 different kinds of wood over there. What are y'all doing on this? What is today? Thursday? Yeah. Chris Webb, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? I am telling you, I hope y'all are awake and are paying attention to what's going on, and especially y'all know whatever happens. A lot of times, I'll say it like that. A lot of times, whatever happens overseas and in Europe trickles down to us. You know, we basically done the same thing or following in their footsteps because they said it was so good and it was working out so good in the beginning, right? That's always how it goes. And then it seems like, well, the bottom falls out, right? The bottom just falls right out, and their ideas never work. We've seen that. But I hope y'all paying attention. I hope y'all paying attention to what these, y'all seen the past couple of days what these banks are doing? Like these people having, $1,300 or $1,800 or $600, whatever, that's automatically taken out of their account, and they don't know where it's at. And when they try to call look here, I got a feather on my hat right there, see? When they try to call to find out where their money's at or show up, they don't get no answer. They send them to some automated thing. And I don't know, guys. You probably need to look at history and see what happened many, many years ago, soon to be 100 years ago. Look back about 100 years. and see what happened then, and compare that to what's going on now. I hope y'all are prepared and you got some food and water and stuff stocked up. That's all I'm gonna say. Because what's wrong with us? You know, I'm looking right at these comments right here. Somebody tell me what's wrong with us. Why are we allowing this to happen? What's wrong with us? I'm curious. I mean, there's many of you. There are several I already know that's in the comments here that you know. Yeah, I'd probably still ask that question, but I'm not really talking to you because we a lot of us have stood shoulder to shoulder against a lot of this stuff anyway. So it'd be kind of weird for me to ask you that question, but I ask myself that question sometimes, or a lot of times. What are we doing? Why are we allowing this to happen? Why don't nobody care? Why do they act like it's just not going to be no big deal? Because I promise you, 2023 is probably going to be a whirlwind for everybody. And honestly, I don't think a lot of people are prepared for what's coming. And I don't think there ain't no stopping it. You can't stop this. I think the damage is done so bad. I mean, the damage is already there. There's no reversing this. You're going to have to toughen up and live through it. And, you know, probably should never let it happen again. But if the good Lord lets the earth stand, I'm probably sure it will. It'll happen. It's just like we go through generations go through breeds of idiots. And we're on the outside of the bottom part of the dumbest daggum society this hillbilly has ever seen in his life. Now, what does that say? A hillbilly sitting right here in these mountains, and I'm having to come on this little video right here and give my input, what I think's going on, and I just don't understand it, y'all. I don't know why we allow this. What is going on? Why do we keep doing it? Why do we just? It's like we like it, we love it. Just keep right on. Don't matter. It ain't gonna affect me. That's what a lot of people are thinking, but that ain't what's happening. How you doing, Trudy? How you doing? And I got a touch of, it might have been where I was at here a few nights and then it was real cold and this and that. That might have been what done it. I don't know, but I got a touch of a little cold or a cough or so. I still got it's getting better, but I've had a cough. So I know there's something going around, and guys, when it's literally 0 degrees one weekend and then today it's 60, your body, if you're out in that, your body's going to get there'll be some changes, you know. That's just how it is. But I didn't want to come on here a coughing and a harping and that. And I'll tell you, Daniel can tell you, they've been days I talked to him on the phone, I can't even really talk, I was coughing so much. And I think about it and I'll start doing it again. So we're going to change the subject. I'm trying to read a few of these comments here. Had an issue using your debit card. Yeah. Well, I mean, answer me this. I don't care. I don't care if you got $5. I don't care if you got $5 million in the bank. Right? I don't care. What happens one day when you wake up and you go look at your bank account, or you go to the store and try to swipe it and it says declined, and then when you look at your account, it's not even there. It's gone. Then what are you gonna do? I don't care how much money you got. And don't say, "Oh, Jamie, that can't happen." Can't it? Can't it? I mean, you can tell yourself that if you want to. Now, there's a lot of major stories, and I'll say major stories, going on in all over the world right now. We're not hearing about it. There's a lot of really important stuff going on right now, and we're not hearing about it. You know why? It's because they don't want us to know. They don't want us to know. You know, if you already understood that if you can dumb down, if you can make people just basically where we're at. I mean, it's exactly where we're at. It's people, oh, it ain't going to affect me, and then they just keep basically cramming it down your throat, and you liking it. That's what they're doing, and it can't last like that. It can't get going like that. And you think these people are nice and they got laws to protect my money and that. No, they don't. No, they don't. You trusted them. That's the only thing you got. That little bit of trust you got. And half that ain't even worth it because, well, I mean, it's really a dirty business to begin with if you think about it. It looks like you see how much I've got a lot. I burnt a big old box. If I can get that little piece right there started. Come on over here. Oh, ain't that, look there, ain't that beautiful? Just see how it did that? It was completely out, and you just wiggled it around a little bit, and then poofed right back up. That's what some people I think need to do that to their life. They need to wiggle it around just a little bit, because that spark, that big flame, it's supposed to be, living the right way, living for God. Now, a lot of people don't have that. They have what I was trying to stir up there, little bitty spark. It only comes out on Wednesdays and Sundays most of the time. Yeah, we don't have that, man. We don't have that. But I just don't. I just like to know what we're doing. Can somebody tell me? Can somebody explain why we're doing this and what's going on? Because, I remember back when I was a kid and I'd watch the news. It'd be whatever story it was. You could pretty much take that. Yeah, that happened. That really happened. This day and time, I honestly don't think that there should be, even in your community, in my community, anywhere there's a news station, they need to be redone. Just like our 3-letter agencies and all that, they need to be redone from the top down, because I think that's one of the biggest problems. These people get right on there, just like I am right now, except a whole lot bigger set, right, to millions of people, and lie straight to your face and just smile. That's what they do, and y'all are loving it. Like, here's the thing. Every day at 6 o'clock, or whatever, whether it be 6 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock at day, or 6 o'clock at night, or 11 o'clock at night, you go right back for more. And you wonder, Jamie, why are they doing it? What part of you going right back for more don't you understand? You realize that's how they get paid, right? By you clicking on, whether you're watching it or not, if you're on that channel, they're getting paid for it, right? Turn them off. I don't think they should have jobs. I don't know how anybody can just go up there and blatantly lie to people. Do they not feel responsible? Like, you can leave this video right now and go Google sudden death. Go Google it and look at the numbers from that. That number is astronomical, up to billions, right? But they're on there telling you the same reason that number's in the billions, they told you to go do it. But you turn them on every day, every night, every morning. You sit there and watch them and love them and watch them smile. They just sit there getting paid to lie to you. I don't understand it. I guess that's my question. Why are we doing this? Why are we allowing this to happen? Do they not feel responsible? You told them to do it. Once you told them what happened. I don't know. Most of the time in modern day time, that'd be a crime. You'd think. At least you're an accessory, I think. You out there telling people to do something. If I come up with some kind of my own special hillbilly cough syrup, I'll give you an example right here. If I just come up with my own brand, say I cook it on this stove right here, right there on that skillet. I just make a brand of hillbilly cough syrup, and I give you some, or you buy some, or the government buys it from me and gives it to you, and you die, then I'm responsible, right? Why? That's what I'm getting at. I don't understand. How you doing, Bonnie? Good to see you. Good to see you. I don't understand why we're just sitting there and I mean, your kids are watching this stuff. You want your kids to believe these people. Like when I was little, I can still remember I can't remember his name. He's dead now. He's gone. But I can still remember seeing his face even now. Somebody might know his name. I don't know. But anyway, I can still see that guy. And I thought, man, when I was a kid, I thought, anything, this guy's the truth. This guy tells the truth, right? That's what we're supposed to believe, right? The media tells us the truth. No, this damn time and the sad thing is, they're not telling the truth, but you still don't turn it off. You're still sitting there watching it, and you wonder why it's happening. I mean, if I have to explain that again, you're just stupid. I don't understand. It blows my mind. What are we doing? Oh yeah, what Bill Gates done to them beagles? I mean, he should be out there in the streets somewhere. Is what I think. I mean, I don't believe in anybody being mean to an animal. You know, anybody that knows me knows that I'll fight you a whole lot quicker over an animal than I will a human being. I'm just wired like that, right? I feel a human can kind of defend herself a little bit better than an animal can. The odds are not as even when you're, somebody's beating a dog with a stick or whatever they may be doing, and what that fool did is much worse, much worse. I don't know why we allow this stuff, and we pay for it. Our tax money paid for that to happen to all them little dogs, and we allow it. You know why? And look, there's big outrage going on. Me and Daniels talked about it a lot, but we didn't know while it was happening. We didn't know what was going on. We'd probably said something then. And here's another kicker. They'll go back and they'll give him more money. We'll give him more money. You see how this works? You see why it's upside down? And I mean, can somebody explain to me? Anybody? Because I just don't understand it. Why we allow these evil people to do these things and we pay them to do it to us. Right now, we are paying this jackwagon, so-called whatever you want to say it is, theft. Well, I'll call it what it is, theft. We're letting it run. We're letting them run the show and we're paying them to do it. Are y'all happy with that? If you're happy with it, then you know what? I'm gonna put my Cash App up here, and every one of you send me $250, and I'm gonna come mow a little patch of your yard tomorrow. So I'll send you my Cash App. Everybody, send me $250, and I'm gonna come mow just a little bitty patch of your yard, literally like this. But I gotta have $250, okay? And probably I ain't gonna bring a lawnmower. I'll come over a pair of scissors and just snip it real quick, and I'm leaving. That's easy too. That's kind of like what we're doing, And I hadn't put that in probably the most stupidest form I could think of. To really get people to understand what we're really doing, and that's exactly it. And if you say not, then send me an email, and I'll send you my Cash App, and we'll really, for real, do that. We'll do it. I'll gladly take your money. They're gladly taking mine. So what's the difference? Can anybody understand? Can anybody explain? That's what we're doing. And a lot of people, there's a lot of patriots or conservatives or whatever you want to call us. I call us, Christians, God-fearing Christians. That's what But what I'm getting at is there's a lot of people that still love that media, man. They turn right on to it and listen and eat up. I'm sick. You know what? If I catch you lying to me face to face one time, that's enough for me. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear you twice. I mean, maybe some of y'all just. You ain't figured it out yet. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But once you lie to me once, I'm done. I'm not gonna keep coming back for more. But when you turn every news right now, there's somebody on the news somewhere telling lies about something. They're definitely not on here trying to steer you in the right way. They're telling you. And here's another thing. Think about this. Of all the bad stuff that you see it's going on, and you better take this real deep in mind. Okay, real deep. They only tell you what they want you to know. So you imagine what's going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. See, nobody looks at that. Everybody, oh, that's as bad as it is, and it really ain't. It's really probably 10 times what you're seeing or what they're saying or what they're telling. How you doing, Cheryl? How you doing? Good afternoon to you. It's really 10 times as bad as what they're saying, but nobody cares. I just don't understand it. How you doing, Karen? How you doing? Why don't we care? Do y'all know, guys? I don't have any kids. I got dogs and I've got nieces and nephews on each side of my family, but I don't have any kids. But I fear for my nieces and nephews that I got, and your kids. I fear for your kids. And if you got grandkids, God help them. That's all I'm gonna say. Because we, as Americans, we have sit back and allowed every bit of this to happen. And watch and just, hey, it don't matter. Just let it go, right? You can go back and watch my videos for the past, I don't know, however many I've done. I've been saying it. At some point in that video, I hope you prepared. I hope you're a little stocked up. Power could go out any second. They yank that power. I done seen back 2-3 weeks ago, they yanked the winter storm or something. No, it's a thunderstorm. That's what it was. It came through here and zapped the power for 5 or 6 hours, and I mean, people were going nuts. Now, what's going to happen when they take that internet away? When they take that phone service away? Well, you're not even able to call nobody. Then what are you going to do? See, people don't think about that. They think about, I pay my phone bill every month, so it'll be on. Yeah. Just like old Jack wagging up our one, right? Just like that, right? I mean, I just don't know, man. I would love to see people actually, what would be, stand up for themselves? I mean, for the least you can do, stand up for yourself just a little bit. And I don't say nobody's doing that. Everybody's just laying down, taking it, loving everything that they're doing. And you say, Jamie, what do? We stop them. How do you? Well, I can think of several ways that wouldn't even defy the Constitution. It would not break the law. It's for people to throw their hands up, number one, and say, I'm done with it. I'm not doing nothing else. That would take everybody. And, well, we already know that there's a big majority of people in this country that the devil's already got, and there's no hope for it. That's a given. There's your resistance. You see, so right there, I'd say, well, what do you think we should do next? At that point, next. There's way. We shouldn't have never let it get to this point. It's sad that I'm on here talking about it, and it's this deep that we're way over our heads right now, and it's nobody cares. Nobody don't give a crap. Everybody just sits back and says it ain't gonna happen to me, and don't worry about me. And I mean, I don't. Why is not everybody saying something about it? That's what I don't understand. Your voice, even if you're one of those that has never even hit the like button, I've never even commented on nothing. You might need to start, right? I think the reason we're in this shape is because a lot of people's kept their mouth shut. That's evident. Nobody said anything. Nobody said, "Hey, stop." You know, if I stick my hand in that fire right there, I can't hold it. No matter how much I want to, my brain will make me pull my arm out. You know why? Because it hurts. It'll burn. So it's kind of the same thing. The difference is people in society has not been put in that vice yet. They've not feeling that burn yet. They're getting ready to. I hope you're ready. I hope you buckled up. Because it's coming. I'm not over here trying to scare nobody or not. Like, I'm trying to prepare you. That's what I'm trying to do. You better prepare yourself. And I say anything else that's coming for it, we don't need to allow it. You know, I get we're well in over our head now, but there's got to come to a point where you got to put your foot down and say enough's enough. We haven't done that yet. We're still allowing it. Like these whole past 2 years has been a lie, a theft and a lie, and we know it, and we're liking it. And we're allowing it. And he just sits up there with a big smirk on his face. Like, you know, all these millions and millions and millions. And what would you do with that much money? Really? What would you do with that much money? That's just mind blowing to me. To have millions and millions and millions. I mean, at a point, you're just going to be like, well, I'll never be able to spend it all. So what I need it. That shows how strong the devil is and how strong the evil is. Because in my mind, there's no way I could. I don't know, it's just like he wants to just keep getting more and more and more. Nothing is never enough. And yeah, I'm talking about Jack Wagon Joe. That's what I'm talking about. That idiot. We've allowed to come in and basically pee in our pocket while hugging us at the same time. Because that's what he's doing. Excuse me. Never seen an armored truck follow a hearse. I hadn't either. Y'all need to prepare your mind. Really, you really need to start preparing your mind. The Bible tells us in the end times there'll be more stuff, more knowledge, and there'll be more stuff seen. Even the animals will be telling us signs, right? Or be showing signs. I think that's how it says it. And don't quote me 100% because I'm not no scholar on that, but it says something like that in there somewhere. And wow, my gosh. Have y'all seen how many of these big whales and stuff and I don't know why it is, but they just all of a sudden washed up, dying. Have you seen that? You seen all them whales? Like it's not a common or this whatever happened was not a common thing because I don't know how many they was, but they said there was a whole lot more than there's supposed to be, and these things was 40 and 50 and 60 foot long, and they just washed up, died, and You know, a lot of people don't pay attention to stuff like that. A lot of people will go through life and never even know that stuff like that existed or happened. You know, I'm one of those. I try to absorb all the knowledge I can, anything I can learn. I learn something every single day, multiple things every single day, or at least I try to. I mean, you're supposed to grow every day. Sadly, a lot of people are growing, but they're going the wrong way. You know what? I can probably stir this up. I stir this up just a little bit like this right here. It'll come right back to life. Maybe. Or it could go completely out like that right there. I don't know. Might have to. Might have to give it a little assistance. A little assistance there. I don't know. Let me see what I can find here. I've got cardboard laying everywhere. I got this out. This is a little damp. This probably won't burn as good. Once it dries up, it'll burn. It's pretty hot in there. Oh, let me hit myself right in the face with that. Yeah, let's see if we can't get it going back. Yeah, that's the thing. It's a lot of people's walk with God is just like that fire right there. See it right there? Right there. Their walk with God is just like that right there. It's dead. It's weird. I wasn't planning on saying that. I think somebody needs to hear that, I think. Because they're not where they're supposed to be. Because the daggum devil the evil is real and it's strong as ever. A lot of people just don't want to face it, and they're maybe stuck in this little trap where the devil's got a hold of them, got you in a vice or something. And I'll tell you, I've been there. You can break free. It's up to you, though. It's up to you. You know, God will help you. He'll give you a way out. Any situation you're in, He'll give you a way out. A lot of people are just choosing to go down that other road, maybe because of money or whatever, and this and that, and that's not the way. That's not the way. Look at that cardboard slowly burning. Now you get fired back up here in a minute. That's how it is. This stuff was kind of damp too, so it'll take it a little bit to get going. Oh, hold on, let's see here. Give me just a second. I'm gonna do something right here. Get rid of that. Oops, get rid of that anyway. Okay. Let's get. I'll show you. Oh, it's already flamed back. I didn't even have to touch it. I was gonna put some of that little. Ain't that the stuff they like? Don't they just love that stuff right there? A little petroleum. That's what you use to help get it fired back up if you need to. I told you when that cardboard got hot enough, it burned. I didn't have to touch it. Oh, you see, I got one of them. It's one of them little evergreen. It's a dadgummit. I seen that saying on that said evergreen. It's a greenhouse heater. Little thing's amazing. Like, like little normal heaters and stuff that you get for your house. This stuff here has got, or this one here has got special ball bearings. Like they're made to run like solid all the time. Where your normal space heaters and stuff like that are made to cycle with the thermostat. And as you can see, this one's got a thermostat right there that comes with it. And anytime I get stuff like that, I want to show y'all. I would recommend one of these versus one of the little other ones. And these here, you're going to pay a little bit more, but they'll last a whole lot longer. And this one here's made. They're super quiet. Puts out like 1,500 watts of heat. 5,000 some BTUs, I think is what it puts out. Really good heater, guys, for real. I got one. I actually got it in the house right now, but I bought it to put it out here. And y'all know any little gadgets like that or something I get that I think's good, I'm gonna show y'all. So right there, you need to get you one of them little greenhouse heater. I know they sell several different kinds, and this one's not like the top of the line, but it's close. It's probably like second one down. What's the name of it? Shoot far, I've done burned it. I don't know the name of it. I think it's say right there, but it don't. Oh, it is LHUKSG. It's probably Russian or something. For truth known, I don't know. It's a good little heater though. Good little heater. I'm not sure. I can't remember how much it was. I'm thinking I think it's about $120 is what I'm thinking in my mind. That, it might not even been that much, maybe 110 or something. But they're good little heaters. Like if and the thermostat, it's got a little thermostat that you put up. You know, you can move wherever. It's not built in the heater. You can set the thermostat wherever you kind of want the heat. And it's waterproof. You squirt water on it. Don't put a water hose on it. But you know, it can get wet and it won't hurt it. So, like I said, there they are. Go get you one. I mean, if you got to have a heat running for a long time, this is, in my mind, probably better because they're designed to run all the time if you want them to. And like that, you know, the heaters that I got in the house, they only go to 90 degrees. This thing goes to 110. It'll run to 110 degrees so it cuts off. So, I mean, who wants it hotter than that? Yeah, I've done my research a little bit on heaters to try to figure out which one's good. How's the pups? They're doing. How you doing, Big Mama? They're doing good. Zoe's getting fatter. She's actually kind of on a little bit of a diet. See, she's still getting her blood work checked. They did have to put her back on chemo and prednisone. I think it is that steroid. They put her back on that. She takes one chemo a day and then like just a quarter of the prednisone. They're trying to get her completely off that because we took her back and they checked her levels and her levels was kind of off again. But right now everything's hopefully good. But she goes back next. Let's see, Wednesday. What is day 30? Yeah, this coming Wednesday she goes back again to get an appointment. But I'm telling you guys, it's a constant battle. I mean, I couldn't imagine. Y'all got kids, so y'all are over my head with this stuff. But me with my animals, it's just like kids. I've spent $4,000 on this dog in the past since August, I think. Sean, what's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? Long time no talk. Hope you're doing good, man. Cheryl, I would recommend one. Yeah, like I said, I've done my research and literally spent hours online looking at heaters and look, they're all kinds. There's a bunch of different kinds, especially the kinds they make for the house. And then something happened, an ad popped up, one for a greenhouse, and I was like, wait a minute, that might be a little smarter because. And then I got to reading, and this one's got special ball bearings made to run full time, where the ones in your house don't. So, and look, I'm not saying the one in your house is going to mess up, but I mean, I kind of look at it. This is like a souped up heater, you know. That's kind of how I look at it. They're good though. They're good. Super quiet. Like the house heaters that I got are, you know, they make noise when they're blowing out. This thing, I don't know how they do it. But it is so quiet. Really, really. I'll show y'all another picture of it before I burn it. That's what it looks like right there. Good little heater. You can see that little thermostat right there, and it's got, you know, you can put that thing, hang it way up on the wall, wherever. It's a good little heater. Good little heater. And I ain't sponsored by them or nothing, but y'all know if I buy something, if anything's gonna be beneficial in my life, then I want it to be beneficial in yours. So, look, I don't know who this guy is, but hey, if you want to sell the heaters, then there you go. You done a good job. So far, so good. But I promise you this, if it tears up, I'll let you know that too. I might keep that over there for a minute just to show people. Oh, I got another in there. I'll keep that in over there. Maybe remind somebody another night, or I'll use that to start another fire with. Oh, look there. It's going to be beautiful. That's going to be beautiful. I can't see no comments. I got to touch the screen there. Oh, Big Mama, I'm telling you right now, all she wants to do is eat. And I would, you know, she's house trained, so she uses a pee pad, and it's like 20. I'm not exaggerating. At least 20 a day. A pee pad. She pees at least 20 times a day right now. Yeah, that steroid, absolutely. And she'll drink a half a bottle of water at one time. Like I'll pour it in her bowl, and she'll drink literally half a bottle. And I would say she probably drinks at least 4 or 5 bottles of water a day now. Yeah, that daggum steroid makes her. And food, oh my gosh, she's fat anyway, where I've spoiled her so bad. And I'm telling you, I can mention food, or if I'm laying on the bed and I move, she thinks I'm gonna get up and get her something. Yeah, I've got that dog so spoiled, guys. It's kind of my fault, but you know, what do you do? I've had to come to a point now to say, look, you can't have no more, because if you do, you're gonna die. You know, like literally, me and my dogs had that conversation. That's no joke. But yeah, y'all that know me will understand that dog's my kid. So you're like, yeah, I get it. But that's the truth of the matter. Like I can't be as giving as I guess I want to be, because if I am, she'll die. She'll literally. But no, she's on a diet, and she's so far doing good. hopefully there's no more of these flare-ups where her blood levels and stuff are off. Yeah, I was just reading them later there, them things there. That is a little 110 heater too. They actually got the same kind of heaters that are 220 or whatever it is. How you doing, Darla? How you doing? How you doing? They actually got that, and that would be. And I've got a plug right there for one, but that's just a big heater. With this, and then I got the propane right here, and then I bought that other electric heater. It makes it plenty warm enough in here. Really, this right here alone would, but as you can see, I got to keep feeding it. So if you want to be a lazy hillbilly, then you go get you some propane and you get your electric heater, and that way you ain't got to burn your wood as much. To me, it's kind of, well, I can't say smarter, but lazier. It's lazier. I'll call it what it is. I'm lazier. You know, worst case scenario, I'm gonna have to work harder to stay warm. That's it. Right now, I'm kind of spoiled. Like I said, you know, we all are. We all are kind of spoiled. 3 o'clock, right on the dot. Hey, I appreciate y'all jumping in here. I appreciate y'all taking your time out of your Thursday. It's crazy. I thought I woke up and thought today was Friday. Yeah, it's crazy. I lost the whole day somewhere, and well, I didn't really lose it, I don't guess. I got that oil all over my hands. Hold on a minute. Use a little bit of this water here. The oil in my hands. I can't touch that phone with the oil in my hands. Oh, look there. Can y'all see that? Yeah. See how that's flaming up right there? So that's hot. Super hot. So dry your hands up. Trying to read through these comments there. Good night. Oh, you got force? Yeah. Well, I could put a fan. I could just get me one of them box fans to put behind it. But yeah, those kinds. It did years ago. I had one. I think it messed up and they took it off. I don't know. Or this specific heater did, but yeah, those blowers are super nice for these things. But I can technically see where it's kind of sitting in a corner anyway, so I could literally set one in big, just a fan behind it, and that would do pretty good too. Kind of hillbilly ingenuity there, but I could do it. Yeah, I think solar's good as a backup. You know, I think it's great as a backup, but you don't need to depend on it because, well, it'll let you down. It's not as strong as they want it to be. You know, they want to be able to, put it right out in the sun, it be full charge, and you be good to go. And it don't work that way. But yeah, I think as a backup, I think it's a great thing. What do you mean? What's not allowed there? You can't have something at your house? Ain't that crazy that they're trying to tell us what we can heat our houses with? And you say no, they ain't. Yeah, they are. They are. A lot of people just don't care. Yeah, that's like Daniel said right there. That solar, it's expensive. It is very expensive. I'm trying to read through these comments. Yeah, you're gonna spend several $1,000s. Some places made solar illegal. My goodness, man, I don't even know what to say to that. Why do you allow it? That's like them trying to tell me I can't burn wood. That'd be funny. I would say it's probably that's something they're gonna try though, guys. I mean, we're joking about it. And you can joke about all this stuff all you want, but the sad thing is, in reality, it's really happening. So nobody ever gets to that point. Nobody ever gets to the point. Oh, it's just a lot of people just, I guess, deal with the repercussions, and that's probably what's going to happen in this situation. I kind of think. I think we're to the point where we're too far gone. You know, guys, I don't know about where you all live or where you're at, but where I live is the dadgum crime is absolutely skyrocketing. Like, I don't know. I was trying to think in my mind, I'd say it's at least 50% worse this year than it was last year. Like last night, there's a guy that, he went to the same high school as me. I'm pretty sure he's from the same town I'm from. He went on a rampage and went and shot his girlfriend, killed her, and then he went and tried to hijack a car, and the cops was looking for him all last night and had helicopters everywhere. And I guess this morning he went and then this is just what I know on social media, so I don't know how much of this is true. I do know he killed the girl, and I know he killed another guy this morning to get he carjacked a guy, and he killed him to get his car. And then I mean, guys, there's just so much killing, so much crime going on, and you wonder why. You wonder why this stuff's happening. It's because what we've allowed this government, what we've allowed the government to do, is why this crime's going to happen. And you ain't seen nothing yet. I hope you buckled up. That's what I hope, because you ain't seen nothing yet. I feel bad for a lot of these people, man, because they just don't know. They don't know. And it's sad. Could you honestly say, no, I didn't get the information? Like, could you honestly say that when you got a hillbilly right here in these Appalachian Mountains coming on here telling you about it? Could you honestly say that? If you know somebody, then share this video to them, and then you'll just be able to shut them up. Yeah, that'd be good. But I don't know what y'all doing on this Thursday. I hope y'all having a good day there. What's that say? Don't whack us. I ain't gonna whack you. I ain't gonna whack you. What'd that say? I know you under another account. I think I know who that is. I'm trying, man, these comments won't stay. I have to keep touching the screen. But y'all can see on my Thursday, I'm just out here burning a little wood, get rid of some cardboard, clean up, and I'll be done. Well, you sit and say, well, you've been trying to research and try to find out what's going on in the world. And, this day and time, I find myself having to pick out the truth of actually what's really going on, besides just what they're telling me. Even the story they're telling you is a lie. I don't know why people don't understand that. Like, even what they're telling you, it ain't true. It's what they want you to know. And you don't care. You like it. You're cool with it, I mean, I'll be honest. I think honestly that if we ever get this turned around, the media was going to have to be redone from top to bottom, and I mean that includes the people that have been lying to us all this time. Like I said in the beginning of this video, and I got the question: do you not feel responsible for people not being here no more? And I'm trying to use words I'm treading on ice here with any of these platforms. How you doing, Lisa? Any of these platforms, I'm treading on ice. So I'm saying it in the nicest way I can. But if you was on TV encouraging people or telling people to do something, and they did it, and then they're no longer here because of what you told them to do, you don't feel responsible? You can lay down and sleep fine at night? I don't understand that. I mean, I've got a few of them. I don't know them, but I've got a few of these reporters' actual phone numbers. Like, I can text them right now. And this one dude will text me right back every time. I'd almost text him and ask him that question. But before I could do that, I'd have to go find a clip of him encouraging people to do it. And I've not seen that. I know he has, but I've not seen it. But do these people not feel responsible? And what about the people that actually did it? That actually did it? That what? I don't understand, man. It's just like me saying, look here, guys. I made this potion right here. This is the hillbilly jackhammer potion right here. And if you drink this, you can run 10 miles, and you can take 3 breaths. All you have to take. You can run 10 miles, but you got to eat that. And if I did that and you done it, and you was no longer here, I would get in trouble. I'd get charged, right? I would. Yes, 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 yes. I still got my cat. He's actually in the house right now. How could I'd like to know how Trump could feel. I was there January 6th. I don't know how Trump could feel responsible for that. He didn't tell nobody to do nothing. See, it was all set up, right? I mean, me and Daniel, we were there. We saw the fakes going in there and changing clothes and putting on all Trump gear and agging that on. Yeah, that's what we saw. And see, that's the thing. If they didn't do it, why won't they release all the video? See, that's the thing. Daniel's got drone video of the whole daggone trip. The whole daggone trip. Yeah, I was there. I was there. So don't believe everything you see on the media. I'll say this. If Trump would have said, go tear that building down, it wouldn't be there right now. If Trump would have wanted us to go and burn D.C. to the ground, it would have been ashes when we left. So you can't put this on Trump. He said, go peacefully, right? I mean, put yourself in his place. If nobody, I don't know anybody else that's give up $1 billion lifestyle and lose money for this country, but he did. And look, I'm not putting him up on no pedestal or nothing, but he's done a lot more than y'all have. Oh, that hit you right in the chest, didn't it? I don't care. I'm calling it like it is. And you can say, Jamie, what can you can say? I've been to 80 rallies all over this country the past 5-6 years. What have you done? A lot of people sat on their hind end and watched Jamie go do it. So yeah, you can't say Trump is responsible for January 6th. I could say you're responsible for Biden being in there now because you didn't do anything. You didn't stand up and do nothing. So see, it could go both ways. You see how that works? That's the thing, man. A lot of people get it twisted, and you know why? This same media that we're watching, that's what they want to say. Are they not responsible for that? They have done nothing but lie on the man for years, and we've sat and liked it and listened to it. You're Canadian. Oh my God. Well, you got enough daggum problems. You're a Canadian, and yeah. I mean, honestly, you can't even talk. You can't even talk. Canada's been gone for how long? Yeah. It's sad. It's very sad. Yeah, I was there on January 6th. So if you want to know the real story, you can talk to somebody that was there. I seen it with my own eyes, right? I had visits from the damn FBI afterwards. Yeah. Come and raid me. Yeah, I had all that happen to me. Yeah. Just because I went and stood for your freedom while you sat on your ass. Yeah. See, that's the thing. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people looked at the news and the media and thought, oh, look at all them criminals and this and that. And you know what? We was up there standing for your freedom, just like we was our own. You see what I'm saying? Well, these walls have eyes. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. It is gone, ain't it? Oh, absolutely. Canada is absolutely, man, I pray for them people up there. That's the way they've done it. They've basically said, y'all are puppets. It's sad. It's sad. Like that old Trudeau up there, man. I don't understand. Well, you can be gone too. It ain't gonna hurt my feelings. Say la vie Paris. I pray for you. Have a good one. Truth hurts, don't it? Truth hurts. What you can't handle. Look. Don't come in here running that mouth because I promise you, the truth's gonna come out of me. What happened there is they didn't like the fact that I stood up for Trump and stood up for the truth right there. They didn't know the truth. Did you notice when I said that? Oh, see, they didn't know that. They jumped on that bandwagon. The Trump done January 6th. No, he didn't. I was there. You wasn't. So you can be gone. Fix Canada. All right? Since you got all the answers, you got enough problems up there to worry about. You don't need to worry about me. I care less. All 17 can click that X and bounce just as fast as you come in here. Somebody else will watch it. Somebody else will watch it. So, look, I'm not one of them here for the clicks and the likes, and I don't care. I'm going to do this regardless. So, if you can't handle the truth, then you probably shouldn't be here. I don't understand anybody that can say they got all these people talking about January 6th, but they wasn't there. They seen it on TV. Now look, I get that image, but just like I said a few minutes ago, what in that image do they want you to see? So I don't know, man. It's well, good. I'm glad you're not offended. Then that's good. You know, I'm speaking the truth, man, and I'm not trying to pick on nobody or nothing, but it's the media will only show you what. That's a prime example. The media will show you what they want you to see, and they put the story out there, and that's not what it was. You know, I promise you, I was there. Me and Daniel standing shoulder to shoulder. If Trump had said, you know what, guys? If I'll say this, if he'd have just told the truth in a different tone of voice, the building would have been torn down. It would have been on the ground, in my opinion. But he didn't say it. He said go peacefully. And then you know what happened? Once everybody got ushered in, the FBI guys on the left was all down there, and the police was opening the gates, telling people to come in. Come on, ushering them in. That's what I saw with my own eyes, ushering people in. So you tell me they're telling you to come in, they open the doors for you to come in, and then close you in, and then you're the bad guy. That's what happened. That's exactly what happened. I mean, I've seen it with my own eyes, you know. I don't know who else. I don't know who else was involved, but I know there was several big different agencies involved. Well, me and Daniel actually seen them changing clothes. They were putting on their Trump gear. I mean, when we got up that morning, we actually put on our stuff at the hotel, right? We wouldn't have to change on the side of the street. There was, I don't know, 7 or 8 guys there literally almost standing in the bushes, changing, all putting on Trump hats and stuff. And when we walked in inside, right around the actual Washington Monument there were 4 or 5 guys. When Trump's done, we're storming the Capitol, like trying to get everybody riled up. And I even told Daniel, I was like, man, what's that? What are they talking about? When Trump's done speaking, we're going to storm the Capitol. That's what they were saying. That's what they were chanting. And I was like, man, I've not heard anything about this. Like, I'm sure if that was going to happen, I would have had some kind of insight to it, right? Now, I'm not saying I knew all those millions and millions of people there, because I didn't. But the people that was actually out there and had been to all these rallies with me over the past 5 years, if there was something like that going on, I would have known. And so that right there was the plants. And I even told Daniel, I mean, it would get you amped up when you'd hear him chant it. Because look, you're going up there, you know it's a lie. And all they was doing is just kind of egging it on. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't know that. That's the video that they've not released. That's one of the videos. That's why they don't want to release it. It's like they're blaming all this on Trump, right? But when they release the video, you're going to see all their little pawns in there, and it's going to clear Trump's name. There's a reason they hadn't released the videos, you know? And it's sad, man. I believe, honestly, that if me and Daniel didn't have our whole trip on GoPro cameras and all that, literally the whole trip, driving up and back and everything on camera, they're just some evil people, man. You know, you gotta watch yourself. You gotta cover yourself. Like, believe it or not, there's another camera literally right there, right now, looking right at me, recording everything I'm saying. Now, it's not a YouTube camera or anything. It's a security camera, but you got to have cameras. You know what I'm saying? Or in that situation, they got cameras and they've not released the footage. And supposedly it's going to get released. But look, I got friends and people that I know that all they did is went up there and stood for truth and freedom and against the lie. That was the first rally they'd ever done in the 5 or 6 years that I was doing it. And they got messed up in all kinds of trouble, basically. I mean, guys, you know, when you're sitting there and you got the dang 3-letter agencies come trying to kick your door in and all that, what would you do? You know, if you had been through that, like me and Daniel and a lot of others have, what would you do? You know, put yourself in our place. We go up there and try to stand for truth and freedom, and then come back and we got our own police force trying to threaten us and accuse us of stuff we didn't do. You know, I don't know. I think that right there. When the first Patriot got the visit, there should have been no more after that. There shouldn't have been no more visits after that. Because there should have been enough people stand up and say, you know what, we're not going to put up with that, you know. And I understand, like, the guys that come talk to me were super nice. They were just following orders. And that's basically what they said. You know, they're watching this video right now. They told me they have to. Ain't that sad? That there's a guy out there that's got a job that every time I hit this button, he's got to watch and listen to every word I say, word for word. That's sad, guys. And for what? Standing for truth. Y'all just ain't prepared, don't think. Some of you I know are, but some of y'all just ain't prepared. Yeah, Daniel's got hours of stuff. Yeah, just because we knew we had to have protection. And that's sad, guys. It's sad. I'll tell you another thing that's sad. I had a UCCSA, I think that's what it's called. I ain't got my card yet. But you have to basically buy insurance in this country for self-defense. I pay basically $50 a month for insurance, for attorney fees, lawyers, bond agent, all that, for self-defense. You think about that. If I'd even brought this up in the 80s, and let's say I was talking to my papa, any of you talking to your papa in the 80s and brought this up, what would have been said? What would have been said? Yeah, like, it's crazy, guys. The crazy stuff that we're letting happen. And I have to participate in it. You don't have a choice. What choice do you have? Yeah, you can say, oh, I don't need that. I don't. But look, I've seen a lot of people get hemmed up in the wrong place at the wrong time, and they spend the rest of their life because they don't have the money there. It's sad. It's insurance, but I think it's UCCSA or something like that. I think it's like the biggest one in this country. And look, I'm not sponsored by them or nothing. I just, like I said in the beginning, anything that I think kind of helps me, I'm gonna pass on to y'all. But that right there is kind of it's like a catch-20. You know, I can't say I 100% agree with it, but I do it because we've let society get past the point of me not having to do it. Let's say it like that. You see what I'm saying? I just never thought there'd come a day where I'd have to be paying insurance every single month for that. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people who do it too, but it's crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, like they send you little gift bags, all kinds of stuff. That's what these boxes that I'm burning. That's what I'm burning them from. Y'all hear that thumping? That's the wind. That's the wind blowing my garage door over. But it's crazy, man. It's crazy stuff we're allowing. It's crazy stuff we just sit back and act like it ain't no big deal. Listen, I don't care where you live. I don't care if you live in the Congo down there somewhere. Your voice still matters, okay? Your voice still matters. I get the fact that, I know a lot of people that, man, I watch and I just don't ever say anything. Well, maybe it's time you start speaking up. I don't know. Maybe if we have more people. Oh yeah, I seen that, Big Mama. You're talking about dog insurance. I've looked into several of those for mine, and it's just crazy this stuff. I mean, I'll probably come up with my own insurance company, and people would buy it this day and time. You know, that might be a good idea. Who knows? Daniel, get thinking on something there, man. We'll figure out something. We'll get some kind of hillbilly insurance going. I don't know what it'd be. At this day and time, I just say, hey, you might be promised to hear a rooster crow early in the morning or something, maybe once every 6 months, and I'll come by and pretend I'm a rooster for $1,000 a month. Does that sound good? Who's down? I'll come outside, and I'll sit beside your window, and I'll cackle like a rooster, and I can't even do that. But I'll figure it out somehow. Once a month, I'll come by and do that for $1,000 a month. Anybody down for that? Let me know. I'll send you my cash app. Send me I need the 1,000. I need the 1,000, and I need the. Well, these walls have eyes. I appreciate that, but you know what? I've learned. It's really hard to do something, and I get what you're saying. I 100% agree. And here's one of the questions I guess that I've been having. It's hard to do something always the right way when it don't matter if you do it the right way. They're still going to do their way. You see what I'm saying? Maybe I ain't saying it right. No matter how you do it the right way. Let's see. I'm trying to think the best way to say this. I think in my mind you got to have a little bit of anger, I guess, in there. I guess I don't know. I get what you're saying, though, and trust me, I 100% agree with that. But I just think sometimes they push it to the point to where you can't. there's a point where you can't be good no more. You got to kind of bend a little bit, but still stay on the good side, I think. And man, these people in this country, we have laid down, and basically, you can't say, oh, I've just put my faith all in God, because this is literally spitting in his face. See, you can't say that, you know? You can't say, oh, I'm not, I think you have to get involved. Trust me, I didn't want to do this years ago. I never, ever wanted to sit in front of a camera and say nothing. It just ain't me, really, right? Now, I like to talk, but I wasn't really one for all this. I didn't care about it. But nobody else was doing it. Like, it's sad. Like, in the area that I live in, right, where I live, right here in these mountains, there should be literally hundreds of other people just like me doing the same thing, same mind frame, just like me. But get this, there's not. Daniel and a few others, handful of others, is the only people I know in this place, in these mountains. That is sad, guys. Now, let me ask you this. Now, where you live, how many people do you know that, just say if something happened, would show up and protest it? How many people do you know? Because I tell you this, the number that you got in your head, even if it's good people, you're still going to have to minus from it, because you can't always depend on everybody. You know? There's a handful of people for me. That's it. I probably know 25 or 30, maybe 50 people that I could probably gather up. But in my mind, there may be 8 or 10 that would actually show up. That I'd have no doubt would show up. I don't know about the other 40-some. I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? It's we living in some times that, well, you don't know. I think there's so much evil, you don't know who to trust. You know, a lot of people are putting their trust in other places, and they don't realize they're putting their trust there. They're believing in, living in stuff, and I don't think they realize they are. But guys, I'm saying your voice matters. Everything more people need to start talking, instead of just sitting back, looking at this jackwagon sitting up there giving that little smirk or whatever he does, and just letting him get by, paying him to do it. I mean, if you're okay with that, then let me come mow your yard. Like I said, I'll charge you like $250 or something, and I'm only going to mow like a little 6-inch patch, right? Or better still, let's do it like this. I'm going to do it like Jackwagon Joe would. You send me the $250 and go out there and pull it up yourself. That's what he's doing. I don't know, guys. It's hard to sit back and watch, knowing that a lot of people that you. Well, I mean, man, I got all kinds of people on the internet that I know, and I don't want anybody to happen to them, but they have no clue. Their mind is totally on another topic compared to the real life that's getting ready to come down the pipe for them, and they don't realize it. Yeah, oh yeah. Well, see, yeah, look what Illinois done let them do up there. I mean, y'all are. That's a lot of comments. But Shell, yeah, it is hard. It is hard to watch, and that's another thing. It's kind of like watching a movie. It's really, if you look back at the movies and stuff, they really, a lot of this stuff, they put it in movies and it's played out. It's almost like crime don't matter no more. Pretty much, crime don't matter no more in their sense, because they can get by with anything. Yeah, I don't know how. There's a lot of people that have told me. I've got a few people, veteran buddies of mine, that's like, man, I can't get involved. I just can't. I'm like, man, I mean, if it got down to it, I need you, But when it comes to this part, people don't want no part of that. And guys, I'm just going to say, it's never going to progress into nothing else until you get some foundation, right? And right now, there is no foundation. It's like everybody's just laid down. They don't care no more. And I don't know how you can be a solid, God-fearing Christian, living for Jesus, and it not bother you what's going on right now. I don't know how you keep your mouth shut. Because I think I think God wants you to. I mean, to defend Him, right? You're. I don't know. A lot of people just ain't doing it right. Oh, that's buy silver bars. See, yeah, and that's another thing. I was Saudi Arabia just said they's getting ready to be done with the petrodollar. That's the money in our pockets. Like, you realize if they was done with that, if that's not the number one money no more, millionaires would wake up tomorrow broke. You realize that? A lot of people don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't think a lot of people realize what's coming. And like, I know these have walls. I can't say the name right. These walls have eyes. Can tell you that Canada is in a man. How in the world Trudeau up there? And here's something else I don't understand. And maybe you can help me there, or somebody else might know. When they have these, I mean, it's laughable. They have these meetings and they sit and they call each other's names out like it's a like it's a TV show. It's like the Honorable Justin Trudeau, and everybody screams and all this stuff. And then they I don't know what that is. That's one of the biggest circus like I've ever seen. And where did that come from? I don't know why they still do that. It's like they have a little battle, and no matter what the other one says, I mean, Trudeau's still going to do what he does. He's in charge. They just get up there and do. Is that for fun? What is that? Maybe I know some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Where they get it, and it's like Congress for them, I guess. I don't know. I'm not Canadian, but they get up there and they literally announce it like that, and it's like that. They put them in this little chair on this little pedestal, and they start talking and rebuttaling each other, and then they cheer and clap, and I mean, I don't know, but like every time before one talks, the Honorable Justin Trudeau, and it's everybody cheer. It's like it's a soccer or football game or something. The Hunger Games. That's right. It's getting ready to be the real Hunger Games, I think. The glass ceiling and all. Yeah, well, that comes from England. Yeah, I don't know where. I think that's one of the most weirdest things I've seen in politics is the way they do it. And look, they probably do it, down there in the Congo or somewhere. They click clock, click clock. They probably do that. I don't know, but up there they do it. It's like a football game, and everybody cheers. Like every time they say something, they got to clap. My question is, at the end of that, nothing ever changes. Like, Trudeau's still in charge. He's the one signing the bills and the papers. So what difference? I just don't get it. It's kind of like our clown show, right? When we got one up there, like it looks like a horse is chewing cud. Her dentures are falling out of her mouth. Her ripping up papers and all. Yeah, that's what we got. I'm so embarrassed by that. That is one of the most horrible excuses for a human being to put on the world stage as a leader of anything. She's the sorriest excuse one of the sorriest I could probably think of. And especially what's up there now, that's sorry. It's sorry. Yeah, and I know that, let me ask you this. These walls have eyes. Since you live in Canada, the population has kind of shifted a little bit as far as, and I'm trying to word this the best way. There's newcomers coming in, right? There've been a lot of newcomers. Just pouring in. I mean, it's happening here too. I'm not throwing off all on Canada but we're a little bit ahead of them, but we ain't too far behind. I got to say we ain't. And it's sad that we got perfect examples like Canada, like England, like all these other countries. A lot of this stuff that we are participating in has already been tried and failed in these other countries, and we still doing it. Nobody cares. That's what I don't understand. If Canada did it and they failed, we should step in and try to help. Whatever they messed up, let's help them. Let's build them back up. And then when we mess up, that's the way countries and neighbors and all that should be, but it's not. It's not. That big treaty or whatever, the big thing, the Canadian-Mexico, whatever treaty, that got all ripped up, right? Now, I would say more than likely, good Lord willing, it'll fall back in place. But here's another question. Here's something me and Daniel was talking about. And if you got any prayer requests, throw them up there because we're definitely going to pray for this sower. But I mean, something me and Daniel was talking about, right? Everybody's sitting here, and I'd like, they say there's 19 of you in here. I'd like to have an answer from all 19 of you if I could. Because I really want to know this. They say, everybody's saying, oh, we got 2 more years till 2024. Okay, they stole them all up to 2016. We stopped that one. Then they stole the 20. They're going to steal 24 too. So, what's going to be different? What's going to change from then to now or now to then? Can we afford to wait 2 more years? I mean, I think it's no. I know the answer to that. No, we can't. But that's in a lot of people's mind. That's the only option we've got. But they stole it last time. Who's to say they ain't going to do it again? That's the question I've got. Who's to say they're not going to do it again? I think they will. If we allow it. We allowed them to in 2020, guys. We allowed it in 2020. Why would they? It's going to be easy for them this time. I think the challenge was 2020, and they pulled it off. What would be so hard of them doing it again this time? They're going to use this junk just like this right here. But look, I promise you, when 2024 comes around, there's going to be something all new. Sears. Sears. That's what I heard anyway. That Sears virus or whatever. Yeah, it's already been made. They got a bunch of these already sitting waiting. But they got to have something to fall back on. I mean, guys, you got to look at the way the world is right now. The world, I don't think. I mean, it's seen times like this, I know, but not in our history. So our modern history, so to say, we're at the bottom right now. The whole world is, right? The whole world is. But my question was, who is to say do you think they're going to try it again? I think they are. And if they do, what then? I guess that's my question. What then? If they do, which I think they are and they will, what then? Just sit back and just keep taking it like we have. I mean, we've done messed up by taking it this far, I think. We should never, ever let it get this far. You know, you go by graveyards now, and I may be surprised if think them dead bodies drilling themselves out of the ground, because I promise you, my papaws are turning over. My papaws are flipping out, because they'd have never stood for this. None of it. Guys, I'm just saying, you know, that we let them do it in 2020. I know they tried real hard in 2016. It didn't work. And then all they did in 4 years is build up and make it work in 2020. What do you think they're doing right now? You think they ain't already working at it? You think China ain't already over there helping them? You know, you can look at this country and this and that, but look, there's a lot of other China printed all them. All those numbers that got counted, China printed all them for us. Isn't that nice of them? You know, a lot of people don't know the big story of how far Jackwagon Joe goes back with China. I mean, he's basically been Chinese for years. He has. He's been Chinese for years. I mean, at least his bank account says so. Who would charge their son $50,000 for rent in a house? That's a good. It probably looked a good scheme on paper when you had your buddies looking at it and okaying it. But once the real world sees it, then we're going to know that ain't true. We know what that is. No, but no, what? No, I don't know what the ones that try to throw pee and poop all over us. No, I didn't even know. I didn't hear never did hear the outcome of that. Like, that one guy he bumped my shoulder, and then when I looked over, I seen him picking in big guys. They had 5-gallon buckets, plumb full of pee and poop, plumb full. Throw them on us, or tried to throw them on us. And it splashed on my leg, and then that dude slipped and fell. It was, man, Oregon is something else. No, but I never did hear what happened to him. No. Anybody got any prayer requests, guys? Anybody? I think we need to pray for his country. And I think we need to pray for all these evil people that's up there pretending they care about us that they don't. All these evil people that's up there basically ruling your life right now and you don't realize it. We need to pray for them people because, first of all, they're evil. They're very evil people. And, just another little side note for y'all know. Putin loaded his silos with nukes. They're loaded now. It's from my understanding, it's got quite a process for that. They got to be extra careful and this and that, and that's the reason I guess they don't keep them stored in there is because it would take more security and safety and all that stuff. And I don't know a whole lot about it, but I know he's got them loaded. And do you really trust a guy that can't even talk, can't walk, he can't talk? What can he do? Steal and lie. That's what he's good at. Stealing and lying. He's amazing at that. I think he's one of the worst liars, but he can do it and just smile right at you while just lying right to your face. I don't know how somebody can do that, man. He needs prayer. He needs Jesus. But I honestly think that I have met and I've seen that there's some people that are just not going to accept him. They're not going to ever accept the fact that Jesus is their Savior. They don't know Jesus. They don't want anything to do with him. Their friend is Satan. They love the devil, and that's who their ruler is. They think Satan loves them, but he really don't. He just uses them as puppets and that. But they think he loves them because he gives them. That's the thing. When you come to grasp with the fact that the devil's actually got powers, like stuff you don't have. He's got powers. He can give you stuff. He can give you wealth. He can, once you finally grasp that, then you'll understand really how the evil works. You'll look at it a whole new perspective, right? There's a lot of people out there that even may look up on the upside that they don't know Jesus, right? They don't. Anybody that's out there flaunting all this big money and this and that ain't Jesus. I believe if Jesus was a millionaire, he'd probably be still wearing the rags and making sure everybody else had clothes on their back. I'll be honest, guys. It'd be really, 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 really hard for me to live in a big $1 million mansion with me knowing these veterans sleeping on the street down here. Or not necessarily. It don't even have to be. I say veterans because I put them to a higher standard. But even just anybody. But they are veterans down here sleeping on the street somewhere. So to me, I couldn't do that. I couldn't, I don't know. There's a lot of y'all out there now that could afford to help a lot of other people, but you don't. You just want to keep it hoarded up. I get it. I know. That greed will do stuff to you, though, guys. It will. Don't let it grab a hold of you. It'll take you down roads you don't want to go down. I've been down some roads with that right there, and sometimes it'll come back and bite you in the hind end. So you got to watch. What's that say? His nuke subs are still in the water, sitting on the bottom. Yeah, he's got one of them Poseidon. Is that what it's called? Poseidon or something? But he can shoot it out there, like out the coast of California, a couple miles off, and it detonate underneath, and it would be like a tidal wave of nothing but pure salt water, acid water, just eating you up. Man, could you imagine that, guys? Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. If boom, right now, it would not. Nothing this day and time is going to surprise me. If I was to walk outside and see a 600-foot daggum tarantula, it wouldn't surprise me because I don't know what we're going to see this day and time. I really don't. Some people sell their souls. You're exactly right, Shirley. You're exactly right. And I know a lot of people don't believe in all that stuff, but the devil will buy it. He will buy it. He'll buy your soul. I wouldn't recommend you give it to him because you're only going to enjoy 70, 80 years of it if you do. So wow. We're just here a very short period of time, guys. Very short period of time. I don't know how old all of you are, but I can say this: the older I get, the faster time goes. The older I get, the faster it goes. You would honestly think in your mind, the older you get, you want time to slow down, but it don't. It speeds up. It daggone speeds up. Just gassing on it. You're 60. Well, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm 43. So it seems like just yesterday I was 20, or last week I was 25. That is no lie. And I know other people can testify to that and say that. Come on in, the water's fine. That ain't nobody. That ain't nobody. I thought somebody's pushing my door open now. There's the wind again. Or was it? Who knows? It could be something. Get ready. That was kind of weird. It could be something getting ready to throw me up in the air right here. I don't know. Watch. I'm trying to read that comment right there. The older give me more pressure. That's it, Daniel. Yeah, that's exactly right. Let's see. Watch. Earl Grey and John Mark Dugan for the real info on Ukraine and Russia. They have both been. All right. I would like, yeah, on here, on YouTube, is that where they're at? Because I'll definitely check them out. See, that's the thing, man. I appreciate that too, because you don't know who to believe. Guys, listen. It's so easy. We as the society are in that we're so vulnerable, and that's hard for me to say that word, vulnerable. You know what I mean? We're so vulnerable. Right? We're dying for information, and any information, as long as this information is truth, and we grab that information, and in our minds, since it's the only information we got, we want to turn that into a truth. And it ain't. A lot of times, it ain't always what you see. It ain't always what they tell you. Right? Always know they're only going to show you what they want you to see. Like right now, all I want you to see is from right here to right here. You can't see what's over here at my hand. You have no idea what's in my hand. If I had something in it, I don't. But if you did, you wouldn't know, right? I could be doing anything right here. See, my hand's moving, but you don't know it. Does it look like it's moving to you? Still moving, promise you. You might be able to see the shadow there. My hand's still moving, but you don't know it. See how easy it is? It's so easy, and we're so vulnerable. I said it a little bit better that time. Maybe my tongue ain't wet enough, I don't guess. Vulnerable. That's better. That wasn't right either, but y'all know what I'm saying. We're so, just as human beings, we're so vulnerable at any information. We want to take it, and we think that's the truth. I tell you, what I learned to do is any big story, give it 24, 72 hours, and then listen to that same story again. Give them 2 days, 3 days. Story always changes. 90% of the time, the story always changes. Why? Because we're vulnerable. Even the detectives, even the reporters, even the police chiefs, even the sheriffs get caught up in the rap. That's why they always say, story is subject to change. We're still investigating, right? Go back and I've watched on how many interviews of cops, even sheriffs. And I love sheriffs. I support mine. I got one of the best one, I think, in the country. I got one of the best sheriffs in the country is my sheriff. My county is the biggest one in the whole state of Tennessee. My sheriff is I think one of the best ones I've ever seen in my life personally. This right here is the best one I've ever seen. But even at times when whatever's going on, as a sheriff, their mind gets vulnerable. They've only got the little bit of facts that they had. They don't know really why that happened, but they go by what they've seen. And a lot of times it ain't right at the beginning. That's why they say, story subject to change, or, it's still under investigation. A lot of times that's why they don't even talk. That's why they don't say nothing. That's why a lot of times people get mad, like, oh, we want to know. We can't say nothing yet. That's because they don't know yet. Those guys, I honestly respect a little more because they're not leading you down any road. All they want to do is jump straight to the truth. Look here, I'm getting a call. All they want to do is get straight to the truth. And that's the kind of people I'd rather deal with. I don't want to waste your time, right? Now, if we're just shooting a bull or whatever, that's cool. But if it's some kind of strict information like that, I don't want to send you down a wrong hole or down a rabbit hole that would get you hurt or get you in a predicament, But a lot of these, that Sheriff Grady down there in Florida, and I'd say I would probably put him at the top of the list in the country. Yeah, he's good. Him and my sheriff would probably get along just perfect. They're the same. And he's down there in Florida, and we're up here in these mountains, and winds are blowing hard here, guys. You can see it's blowing the smoke down the chimney, and it's pushing the fire out. But like I said, it's probably, I don't want to tell you, 62 degrees now. It's warmed up 4 degrees since the first time they asked. Who else got any prayer requests, guys? I'm sorry I made this video so damn long. Excuse me. Check out Owen Benjamin. Owen Benjamin. All right, I'll definitely check that out. Oh, I promise you guys. Yeah, they don't. It's sad that the left, so to say, can come on here and say whatever they want to say, and the Satan churches can come on here and worship Satan or do whatever they want. But well, boy, when you mention Jesus, they have issues with it. I'm going to say this publicly, and I don't care who likes it. I'm going to serve Jesus no matter what. I don't care who likes it, who don't. You know, something a lot of people understand, I think fail to understand is when you read the Bible, you'll see Jesus did not have an easy life. It was not all rainbows and glory, right? He was persecuted. He was, guys, and if you think when you're serving Jesus that you're not going to go through the same thing, see, that's the difference between me and a lot. There's several of you I know that are prepared, but a lot of y'all ain't prepared for that. You're not prepared for them to come and say, look, you're not reading that Bible. You're not going to do that. You're not prepared for them to come. I am. They're not going to tell me I'm not. I am doing that. I'm willing to die for it. Are you? A lot of people ain't. A lot of people throw that Bible, give them the Bible. I'm not giving them mine. See, that's the difference. That's the difference. But it's sad. It's sad. But if you read your Bible, God said that this was going to happen. Right? This ain't. Is it? Let me ask you this. Is this a surprise to anybody? If you've been reading your Bible, it shouldn't be. Because he tells us it's going to happen. And what? It's going to get worse, guys. It's going to get worse. It ain't going to get no better. So anything you think can get, it's not going to get better. I don't want to, I'm not trying to scare you. I don't want to, but I'm going to tell you the truth. It's never going to get no better. The Bible tells us it's not supposed to. So when this goes down, you know, as bad as it just keeps getting, I keep getting more excited. Look, yeah, his last week of life was absolutely miserable. They beat daggone, tore literally big chunks of meat and stuff out of his ribs and stuff. He was still alive. See, a lot of people don't know the real brutality that Jesus actually went through. They just know what we've seen portrayed on TV or what we've seen portrayed walking down a church pew on a Sunday night at an Easter service. That's what we've seen. You don't really know the dang beating and the brutality that he went through. He had his dang beard hair yanked out of his face, big thorns crammed down in your head, and literally chunks of meat hanging out. You can see his lungs. A lot of people don't realize that, man. A lot of people don't know what he went through that last week. And he did it for you, and he did it for me. And get this. He knew. This is one of my most wildest things. He knew he was going to go through that. And he could have said no. He could have. He could have said no. He could have said, no, I'm not. I can't handle it no more. The pain, I'm sorry, Father, the pain is too much. I can't handle it no. He could have, but he didn't. You know, he was tempted of owning this whole world. Everything underneath your feet. He was tempted of owning it. The devil told him he could have it all. And he still said no. You know, that's the amazing thing to me is that he knew this is not like something that just got dropped on his shoulders. He knew this was going to happen and still did it. Like he kind of had like a little pre-warning and still did it for you. Now, if I was to tell you, hey, let me say how I don't know how I can word it. Maybe you just come over or whatever, but when you come over, I don't know how to word it, but if you come over and help me, then you know, you liable to get your ribs, you know, beat out, get your back beat out and this and that. Would you show up? Would you do it? No, you probably wouldn't. You'd say, no, I don't want that. Jesus knows what he's going to, he knew what he's going to deal with. And he did it anyway. So, you know what? I don't care what any of these platforms say. If I'm not talking on here, I'll be out there on the street talking about it. They ain't going to shut me up. They can shut me up when they kill this physical body right here, this old flesh. When they take it down, I don't care. I'm just going home that much faster, you know. That means my race is over and I'm done, right? I made it. That's all there goes. So don't threaten me with a good time. Yeah, that's kind of where I stand on it. Yeah, how nobody can not believe is mind blowing to me this damn time. But sadly, there's so many that don't. There's so many other people, good people, man. Like I know some good people, but we don't have the same religion, and that's just so sad to me. You know, with everything that's going on, if you was to read the Bible, I'm gonna say it like this: an idiot could put it together. It's he didn't make it that hard. You know, he makes it easy. And I'm talking about the relationship. He makes that easy. The walk down the road, that walk of faith is very, very hard. Very hard. I'm and that's one reason you don't see a lot of people doing it. That's why you don't see a lot of preachers, real preachers, is because they don't want to put the work in. They don't want to walk that faith like they're supposed to. You know. I do know a handful though. I know a handful of real God-fearing, Holy Ghost preaching preachers. I know a handful of them. Anybody else got any prayer requests, guys? I've almost made this. Golly, how long does that say? Hour and a half. My gosh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make it that long. You know how my mouth is, though. Excuse me. That went down the wrong pipe. I can already feel it. That was the love like, no, that's exactly right. Yeah, because I'm going to be honest with you. I wouldn't have done it. And none of y'all would have either. You can't say you would have. None of y'all would have done it. Because if you would have, you'd have been in that spot. And Jesus did it because I think God knew he was the only one to be able to handle it. You know, we all go through aches and pains and hurts. I mean, we've had a lot of surgeries. I know Chris has had a lot, getting ready to have another surgery. I keep him in your prayer too. I had a lot of surgeries and this and that. And man, I've had knee surgeries and hernia surgeries and ilioinguinal nerve surgery. I've had several surgeries myself. And you know that pain, right? You know that, oh God. And then I sit and think, they took a whip with like little marbles and rocks on the end of it, and they beat Jesus in the sides. It had thorns on the side, and when it ripped his skin off his lungs. Like, I just say, I don't think we know pain compared to what he put up with, you know. And that's like a constant reminder in my head. Well, I wear this bracelet right here. I'm not took that off in a long time. But it's a constant reminder, man. And it's sad. I do have the evil and the temptation and the devil is so strong that I have to have a constant reminder, something I keep looking down to keep focused. So trust me, I know how hard it is. I know how hard that walk of faith is. It's not easy. It honestly takes, if we'd work together, it would be a whole lot simpler. But we don't. A lot of us don't. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there need to be more encouraging. And I'm going to start trying to do it myself, right? They need to be a whole lot more encouraging and just doing what you're supposed to. Who else got any prayer requests? Y'all can tell my nose is starting to stop up. I think it's where I've been out here in this dust. I appreciate you, Stacy. You have a good one there. I'm trying to read a few of your comments there. We'll say a word of prayer. Anybody else got any prayer requests? I think we need to pray for this country. I think we need to pray for all these other countries. I think, guys, there's a lot of places on this whole earth that we think as Christians, we think we're persecuted, but we're not yet. It's coming, but we're not there yet. But you realize in other countries, they'll actually kill you if you're a Christian. They'll kill you. So let's pray for them people, man, because I know several underground churches, all over the world, and they need our prayers because I'm telling you right now, they definitely, they're taking a risk, but it's something you got to be willing to die for it. And I say that if you're not willing to die for it, then I don't really want to tell you. I think you still should. A lot of people won't. A lot of people are afraid. A lot of people are scared. Yeah, pray for the missing. Absolutely. Yeah, pray for that little Summer Wells. I still don't know what. They definitely needs to be something big done about that because nothing else has been said, nothing's been done, nothing. It's just another cold case, right? And guys, the sad thing is, as much crime as it's going on, especially right here in these little mountain towns, that's sad, guys. I just say it like this. You see what I'm seeing in big cities, you see that all the time. You don't see it around here. We're starting to see a lot of it around here, guys. Like, it's eye-opening. I just say it like that. It's definitely eye-opening. I hope everybody, you're around, be safe. Well, look, keep your eyes around you. I hope you support the Second Amendment when you're out, because well, your life could depend on it. But let's have a word of prayer, guys. All right, y'all. Get there and get the coffee. Heavenly Father, God, Lord, as we bow in your holy presence, God, Lord, we want to thank you, God, for another day of life, Lord. Thank you, God, for, Lord, just another opportunity, God, Lord, just to be able to call on your name, God. Lord, I pray, God, Lord, you know each and every one of these prayer requests, God, whether it's typed, Lord, whether it's just thought in our mind, God. The Bible tells us you know it before we speak it, God. I pray, Lord, that you reach down, God, every prayer request, God, that's been said, Lord. I pray, God, that you answer it, God, according to your will, God, not theirs. I pray, God, according to your will, God. I pray, Lord, there be somebody watching this, God, that don't know you, God. Maybe somebody that did know you, Lord, and they've slipped away, Lord, and the devil's got their hands on the Lord. I pray, God, that maybe something I've said or maybe somebody's typed in the comments, God, that they come back to you, God, before it's everlasting too late. Lord, I pray, God, for this country, Lord. I pray for all the Christians, Lord, and the underground churches, Lord, all around the world, God. Lord, I pray, Lord, we know, God, you got your hand on them, Lord. I pray, God, Lord, you just keep them safe, God. Lord, I pray, Lord, anything, God, anybody that don't know you, God, I pray, Lord, that if it's to come in my path or anybody's path watching this, God, may, Lord, give us the words and the knowledge, God, to tell them what we need to say, God, to get them back on the right path. Lord, we thank you, God, for everything that you do for us, Lord. I pray, God, Lord, for all the missing, Lord, the little summer wells, Lord. I pray, God, something be done in that case, God. Bring some light to it, Lord. I humbly pray. Lord, I pray, God, for each and every one in the comments, Lord, whether they know you or they don't. If they don't, I pray, God, they get to know you. We thank you, God, and for everything that you do, Lord, for all that you do, Lord, and thank you for just another beautiful day, God. Help us, Jesus. We do humbly pray. Amen. Lord, that stopped me up. Y'all, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, that stopped me up. I tell you, I've had a little touch of a cold or something, guys. I don't know, but I honestly thought I'd be coughing a whole lot more during this video, but praise God, I ain't coughed too much. But I appreciate y'all real ones tuning in. Y'all have a good rest of the day there. I don't know if I feel like it, I might start another fire later. I don't know. I just kind of got bored this time. So y'all have a good rest of the day there. God bless y'all. If somebody don't know Jesus, send them this video. I love y'all. We'll see y'all later.